Hi everybody. Welcome to a new episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. So today I am coloring in Twilight Garden by Maria Troll. This is a buddy color I'm doing with a couple people in my Facebook group. And we are coloring this page, the bird cage. Someone thought these two pages went together, but the flowers aren't the same and it just doesn't flow into the picture, so I don't think it belongs together. And I'm going to do my flowers, I think purples and pinks. So, I hope you can see that. Yep. Let me zoom in just a little bit. We go. Let's start with the leaves. I'm using my Faber-Castell Polychromos. I was going to use my Inktense, my Derwent Inktense watercolor pencils. But I only have a 24 set. And I wanted to do some shading, and I just didn't have enough colors to do what I wanted. So, thankfully, I believe I can buy those open stock through Dick Blick. And there is an art store in my area. I don't know if I will ever get to it because Scott said that he's not taking me there. He thinks it's in a bad part of Rochester. As for me, I don't drive in Rochester. I hate driving in all that traffic. But I know one of the boys would probably take me. And I didn't feel like using the Neo 2s. And those I need to add to my collection as well because I have the 30 count, I believe, and there's 80 of them. And I didn't buy the 80 because I wanted to try them first. And try them I did, and fell in love with them I did. So of course now I want all of them. So those are the only two things that I need to add more of. And then the only other item that I really, well, no, there's two items that I really want. And that is I would love to try some pastel pencils. And I believe I can buy them open stock through Dick Blick too. So for Christmas, I'm just going to tell my family I would like gift cards, like prepaid Visa cards, MasterCards, so that I can order from there. And do any of you have pastel pencils, and do you like them? What brand do you have? I seen someone use them, and I can't remember now what YouTube channel it was. But they used them and were able to use the water brush with them, and they said that it's like a watercolor. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I have my polychromos now, and I have my Prismacolors. So I'm just now adding to my Inktense and my Neo 2s, and I want to try some pastel pencils. If I'd have had the money, I would have bought some at the art store. This Saturday is the last day that it's opened, but I just had to have brake work done on my car, and I was informed I need a new battery for the car. So that's getting, color and stuff's getting put on hold now for a while. I did get 2 books in today because they were, how much were they? $237 a piece. So I got 2 of the one book, and then I'm going to put one aside in the giveaway pile. I still have to go get some envelopes or boxes for the stuff I have sitting here for the giveaways that I need to get mailed out from the Christmas in July. And for having so many members in my Facebook group. And then I colored that one page that somebody wants, and I told her that I would send it to her. And so Scott cut me up 2 pieces of cardboard so that I can mail it without it being bent. And I have large envelopes here, but I need like another inch on the sides of the envelope in order for it to fit. So I've got some, I have to go buy a couple envelopes. So I'm hoping to do that this Saturday since I don't have to babysit. This paper is really nice to color on. And I know this table's not the sturdiest. I don't know if you can see it wiggling when I'm coloring. And I'm really sorry about that. But until it's cool enough to sit at the kitchen table, this is what I have for now. So I have 2 more buddy colors this month after this one. And I have 2 lined up for September. And if any of you want to do a buddy color with me in September, please email me. And in the subject line, put in buddy color. I think you've seen just about all, well, you have seen all the books I own. And if you're in my Facebook group, you can go to files, and then I have a file in there listing all my coloring books. And then I add to it as I get more. So I have a few more on the way. I have at least one more. I don't know, it probably won't be here for a few more weeks. And then there's a couple more I really want. That was a text message from Amazon. Not for me though, for Amber. She had to order a stethoscope for her job. Oh, and I'm using the chopping board in between the pages. I could have cut this in half or at least down because I have 4 sheets. But it's not really in my way. So Dylan and Amber use my Amazon because I have Amazon Prime. I like that color. So there's that. And let's try a medium. So I was looking on the calendar and I have one more Saturday of babysitting. Because Amber doesn't think she has a Saturday in September that she has class. I thought she did. She said her last class date is September 11th, but she doesn't think she has any Saturdays. I doubt if she would on the 2nd, but I'm not sure because it's Labor Day weekend. And if she does, then she'd have it on the 9th, since her last class is the 11th. But she doesn't think... This isn't really what I wanted to do, but oh well. See what happens when I chat and color. So she thinks I just have, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday of babysitting. And then I know I'll get asked once in a while, but at least it won't be every other Saturday. Which means that my Mondays and Wednesday nights are almost done, hanging out with Dylan while she has class. But I will have dinner with them one night a week, because that's what I used to do before. And I think that will be maybe Mondays. I have my TV schedule for the fall. and I know they've moved some of the shows I watch. One show changed the network it's on. So yeah. So this past spring on Netflix, I watched Riverdale, which is based on the Archie comics. And I really, really liked it. And that will be on Wednesday nights. And then they're having the new generation, I guess, of Dynasty. And I've watched all the old episodes, so I'm thinking of trying that one, and that's on Wednesday nights. And then Thursdays, I thought I had everything written down. Maybe not. I know it's in my calendar. So let me go look on my calendar. See if you guys watch any of these shows. So Sunday nights will be free because Once Upon a Time has moved to Friday nights. Monday nights are free. Tuesday nights has This Is Us. Wednesday nights will be Riverdale and Dynasty, and those are on the CW. Thursday nights is Supernatural and Grey's Anatomy, and I just found out Will and Grace is coming back on NBC, and it's going to take off from where it ended a few years ago. So I want to watch that, because I watched quite a few of those episodes. They were funny. So that'll be on. And like I said, Once Upon a Time moves to Fridays. And I was watching the Shannara Chronicles, which is based on, is it Terry Brooks' book series? I think, is it Terry Brooks? No, I don't remember. Anyways, that was on MTV in the summertime, and they moved it to Spike TV, and that starts in October. So, and I'm not sure what night. I also had heard that Roseanne was coming back on, but I think it's going to depend on what night it's on. Because I actually like it that I don't have anything on Sundays and Mondays. Sundays is The Good Witch, but that's not on till like winter or springtime. And in the summer I watch Shadowhunters and what's the other show? The Game of Thrones, and next year's the last one for that. And I DVR'd The Magicians and Big Little Lies, but I haven't watched those yet because I have to read the books. So I will get coloring in while those are on TV because I like to color and watch my TV shows. A few of them will get DVR'd just because they're on at the same time. There's a couple of them on at the same time. I still have to watch last season of Supernatural because that was on at the same time as Grey's Anatomy, and I never did get caught up on it. So I'm hoping to do that in the next week or two. That doesn't come back until October, so I have time to watch them. They're all on the DVR. I think I'm missing maybe 1 or 2 episodes that didn't get DVR'd. And I'm still getting caught up on General Hospital. Oh boy. Every year I say I'm not going to pick up any new TV shows. Oh, and then This Is Us. Did I say that? This Is Us. We'll be back on Tuesdays. And I love that show. I was watching American Housewife for a while, but they're moving that to Wednesdays. And it'll interfere with Riverdale, so whatever. I'm not going to DVR it. My DVR has so many movies on it too. And I was trying to watch one movie a night, but this babysitting and spending time at Dylan's just... My family comes first because the boys grow up. They won't always be around. I won't always be around. And I know how lucky I am that they are around. So even though I sit here and I moan about not having time, I know how lucky I am, and I do appreciate the time that I have with them. Now yesterday was a pretty quiet day because Amber's dad, which is her stepdad, he came and picked up Carson and then went and picked up his granddaughter, and he took them to the fair. Just him, because her mother doesn't do that stuff. If she asks her mom to babysit, her mom will say no because they have plans, but he'll turn around and say, no, we don't. So, it's sad. She's missing out on a lot. I've been reading this week. It was that readathon over the weekend, and I didn't hardly get any reading time in. I just didn't. I have no excuse. Just didn't. But I did read a lot yesterday and today when Blake was sleeping. And Carson even took a nap this afternoon while Blake was taking a nap, so I read. And I'm reading... What am I reading? Last Summer? Oh, Silver Girl by Ellen Hilderbrand. And it is really good. And I'm more than halfway done. I might be like 3/4 of the way now. So Thursday night I spend the night and watch the boys so that Dylan and Amber can use one of their gift certificates for the Hampton Inn. And then I think they're going to go to Niagara Falls. I'm not sure if I already told you this. And then they have another gift certificate for the Hampton and a different one in the Buffalo area. But Amber said they're not going to use it, so she gave it to me so Scott and I could go, since we babysit a lot. So that was really nice of her. And I haven't told Scott yet. So I'll probably do that in September once I'm done babysitting on the weekends. Use it on a Friday night. And maybe hang out at the Niagara Falls for the day. So the 3 colors that I've used on this, the first color that I put down and what I'm using now to blend with is, now you know I can't read these, light green. And the second one that I did down through the centers, that one is, I can't read it. I really, really hate the writing on these pencils. Leaf green. And then the color that I use to outline is pine green. And I used light pressure to do layers. I like these polychromos. They don't seem, unless it's just the way I'm using them, they don't seem to blend as well as the Prismacolors, unless it's just me. I'm still new to the polychromos, so it's probably just me. I do like how they color, especially in this book. it's blending. And I haven't tried a blender pencil with these. I don't have a polychromo. I don't know if they have their own blending pencil. I do have a couple of Prismacolors though, so I could try that. Actually, I didn't even use the dark one on that one, did I? Nope. I have been seeing so many new coloring books, or at least new to me, that I can't get off Amazon. And I did find a couple on Book Depository, and they're sitting in the cart. But those two were $14 a piece, and I really can't do that right now. The one thing I am joining though is Coloring Pages Bliss, which is Jennifer Stay. She has a membership that's $5 a month. You can cancel anytime. And she has a really neat tool for blending. She's already done the blending, different kinds of blends with polychromos and Prismacolors. Yeah, coloringpagesbliss.com. And so when you purchase the $5, it's $5 a month, you get all that and you can print it out on your cardstock. Or just regular printer paper, but I want it on cardstock. And then it also comes with color wheel and all the coloring pages that she designed. And she comes up with new ones every month. And she does giveaways. She does tutorials and reviews of not just coloring books, but coloring supplies. I have the hiccups. I apologize. I have no idea why. Oh, probably because I'm starting to get hungry. And what's the time on this? 34 minutes. I'm hoping you have enough. You can see I have my art light over here, so looks okay. We had a downpour today, and then some really nasty thunderstorm went through, and Dylan had called me and asked if we had power at his house, and I said actually it just came back on. I says it was out for about 20 seconds, and he said he watched a streak of lightning hit the transformer on the telephone pole right next to his truck as he was driving, and he saw the sparks and everything come flying off of that. And I said, well, power's back on. I thought he was calling from doing a job at work, but he was on his way home. He just pulled in right after we hung up. So I have well, it doesn't go through. I wasn't worried about the pencil going through. It was the indentations, because I hadn't used this chopping board before, but it's really nice. There's no pencil marks. And this is the first time coloring in this book. So that's what I've been trying to do with my buddy colors this month and next month, is coloring out of the coloring books that I have not colored in yet. And you will see the finishes that I haven't finished on camera, because at the end of the month I will show you everything that I finished. I think I have 4 or 5 finishes so far. Yeah, I have 4 pages finished so far. So, and then this one will be, of course. Okay, did I get all the leaves? Okay. Now the flowers. I'm going to do some purple and some pink. Oh, and I stayed for dinner last night at Dylan's because it was Monday. And we watched Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I had just finished reading that, what, a month or two ago? It was good. I enjoyed it. Okay. this color here is blue violet. And how many of you have been coloring in the Creative Haven for the Creative Haven month? I did one page so far. If I have time in between buddy colors, then I might do another one or two. Okay, I'm still figuring out what I'm doing here. And how many of you own this coloring book? And if you do, have you colored in it yet? And what are you all coloring right now? Because you know inquiring minds want to know what you're all doing. I have so many of you who have put your name in for the drawing, for the coloring book. It's unreal. I only have a couple of you for the book, and I think one or two for the cross stitch patterns. That's okay though. Okay, now I'm using color, really, purple violet. Okay, how long? 47 minutes. Really? It doesn't seem like I've been talking very much. I haven't even seen a cat since I got home. Just a dog. And it's going on 6 o'clock and I'm starting to get hungry. So I go cook dinner. Hoping it cools down so I can do dishes. The kitchen's hot. Yeah. I will continue to color on this tonight because I have to watch last night's Shadow Hunters, which was the season finale, and then America's Got Talent is on tonight. So I will be coloring while watching that. I never used to watch America's Got Talent. This is the first time watching it, and I'm enjoying it way better than I enjoy American Idol. And I watched a few seasons of Dancing with the Stars, and I gave up on that show. Just fixing up a few things that I didn't see. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye. When I finish this, I will post it on Instagram. I will try to remember Twitter because for some reason I forget about Twitter. And of course my Facebook group. I don't always post in other groups, but I always remember my Facebook group. I try to remember in Jen's, Laura's, and Jessica's. So there's that. So my lovelies, not my lovelies, my peepers. Until next time, look out for the next episode of What's New in Shalene's Neck of the Woods. And I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.